down watching the Bargain Bin Bros. You're goddamn right.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Bargain Bin Bros on 1/6 Fix. I'm your host, Marco G, aka the 6 Scale Scoundrel. Everyone, including Graham, calls me that. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining. So we've got a few other guests today, but with me so far, we've got Jedi Night's Watch, Graham. First time on the channel, I think.
I think so.
We've been trying to make this happen for a long time, so thank you for joining. How you doing today?
Yeah. It just took me ditching out of work, but for you, I'm willing to get fired. So
Appreciate that.
No,
How badly do you need this job, though?
I know, right? It just kind of supplies my need for hot toys. But no, it's good to be here and glad to finally be on the channel. My schedule isn't that great anyway for streaming because I have 2 little kids. So if this works, I'm all for it.
There you go. Okay, perfect. I know this is a really awkward time for a lot of people, but it does work for a lot of our overseas folks, as we like to say here. We just like to generalize it's America and then everybody overseas. I've kind of found this sweet spot. It is technically during my work hours, but because I have a lot of events, like I worked till 9 last night, so it's like, all right, take a little time off this morning. Really appreciate you joining. On Bargain Bin Bros, I guess for anyone joining for the first time, like Graham, we've got a few focus areas. So number 1 is about the bargains, right? Like we love our bargains. I haven't had a lot to say about it because it's feeling like, they may be drying up a little bit, but when Joao joins, he might give us some different perspective. And then the other focus we have is about planning, right? So always like to be thinking ahead about, all right, this figure could potentially pop up at any time. Am I ready to spend that money on the pre-order if and when it drops? And then the third focus we have is just really stupid fun. So just like to have a good time, mess around. So Graham, maybe we'll start with what have you gotten in recently? I know you redid the collection. You just put up a new collection tour, but any new additions?
Yeah, actually, trying to think. I mean, within the last week, I picked up a Bargain Bin Rescue.
Nice.
Which I don't necessarily need, but sometimes, I try to be selective, and then you see those deals, and then you're just like, I don't know if I'll find a better deal than that, and then you just kind of pick it up.
Sometimes I figure just the price looks too good. You're like, I just got to get it.
But you know what? I got her last week, and I haven't even gotten her out of the box yet. So what does that say? Like, how excited am I for this? Yeah. But she does look really good, so you got to give her that. But I've always been more of like, I got to have that attraction or that love for the character. And with Rescue, Pepper Potts is a good character, but I don't know. I was actually thinking, not to get off on a tangent, I was looking at my collection. I was like, do I collect for individual characters, or have I conformed, because now I have module cases, to setting up scenes? Or now I get a bunch of figures that I don't necessarily care as much for, but all together they make something beautiful. So I'm wondering where I am with that. So that might be something I talk about more on my show too. But I also have the Art Figures scissor hands that came in 2 days ago.
And you've had some frustration with that one.
I've had some frustration with that. Very, very frustrated. I felt rage come over me yesterday as I was trying to assemble that figure, and it took me about 90 minutes. And again, it's kind of like, I don't have a whole lot of time to do this. So I'm just like, I got tweezers, and I got like my giant fingers trying to get these little straps through, and the scissors don't fit in the pegs right. And Joel's just like, oh, just take your time, be patient. I'm like, I've been patient. I'm past that. So I got it to where it is set up, and I don't think I'm ever going to touch it again. So it looks great though, especially for third party. So they're doing some really good stuff with third party lately. We have the Willy Wonka figure that just came out for pre-order. I did pre-order that. The Prankster looks amazing as well and has rave reviews. So
and you don't want to get too into third party before, right? This is kind of your first foray.
I had, because 11 is third party. They're not licensed, right?
I think they are third party.
Because I had the Logan figure for a while, and that one was good too. I've gotten some head sculpts from them, but yeah, outside of that, I haven't really dabbled in third party too much. I don't want to get too deep in it, but if they're gonna come out with some figures that I know Hot Toys is not gonna make, it's almost like, why not? So
Yeah, I think that third party is becoming a better and better option, honestly, because there's so many properties. Yeah, if you really want to complete a line, yeah, that's kind of the route to go. But I know that you're not ever happy with your display, right? It's like you
that's
get
right.
it set up one way, you look at it, and it's like, oh, time to re-tear it down. I'm the same exact way. But on someone who has an incredible display, our third bargain bin bro today, Calvin, the low key collector. Calvin, how you doing today?
I'm tired.
Oh
It's been a
man.
long week. It's been a long week, and unfortunately, as I say that, I'm being called into work at this moment. So I
Hey,
just
I
got
love to
something
hear
to
that,
do.
man.
So
That's a good thing, honestly.
it
More figures,
is,
more
especially
statues.
talking about bargain bros. Damn it! So
That's
give me
right.
about 20 minutes, and I'll hit you guys back from the truck.
Yeah, no worries, man. Sounds like
I'll
a
be
plan.
back. Graham,
Thanks.
I was looking
Hey,
forward to
good
hanging
meeting you,
out with you
Calvin.
today. Likewise, man. Been watching you for a minute, and of course, here I am running out the door as usual. So I'll be back in about 20, 30 minutes. I'll see you guys from the truck.
We'll catch
Sounds
up.
perfect.
All right.
Thanks, Calvin.
Everybody in the
Later, bro.
chat, I'll catch you guys in a minute. All right, y'all.
Awesome. So I think with that, we will let's check in with the chat really quick. So we've got David Leshin in the house. Yo, Adrian, what's happening to my face sculpt? Yes, we will get there. Man, Star Race, criminal what they're doing. Jedi Knights Watch, TGIF. Hey, thank you, David, for being in here. Graham, thank you for joining. We've got Some Guy. What's up, my favorite peoples? Some Guy, thank you for being in here. Appreciate you. We got Payden23. What up, fellow collectors? Payden, thank you for joining. Now, this is one of the worst excuses I've ever seen. I'm going to have to use this, though. Big Bretta, I'm going to be about 10 minutes late. A fucking fish jumped out of my fish tank. Damn parrot fishes.
This guy's
Oh
got
my
all the
gosh.
excuses
He
in the
does,
world. I
right?
mean, it's crazy. I've heard so many things.
All he's got to say is he doesn't want to stream with us, but a
I
fish
know.
jumped out of the fish tank. Incredible. Well, hopefully he will be on soon, but that is amazing. We got Thalia Meyer in the house. Hello, everyone. Hey, thank you for being in here. Really appreciate it. We've got Absolute Irwin. Bargain Bin Bangers. Here we go. Sup, everyone. Irwin, thank you for joining. We got Bob Dylan in the house. Bargain Friday. I really got to trademark that. That's amazing. So, Bob Dylan, thank you for being in here. As PJ the Paradox Nerd would say, a live stream ain't a live stream without King Dingaling. What's up, guys? King
Oh, I like
Dingaling,
his
thank you for
picture.
joining. Yeah.
I could go for Whataburger.
There you go. So kind of giving us a clue of where King Dingling may be located. But also, I kind of miss your old picture, which was like a AK-47 with, money laid out, I think it was. So this is good too, but I kind of like that old one. Thank you for joining. We got Alvin J in the house. What's up, everyone? Alvin J, thank you for being in here. We got my brother, Jose Hernandez. What's up, everyone? Graham, I don't know if you've ever chatted with Jose, but he is one of the biggest enablers out there. So if he ever DMs you, just block him. Just block him. Jose, thank you for being in here. We got Calvin. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Calvin. Well, hopefully he'll be able to hop back on here very soon. We got Blue Tattoo in the house. Blue Tattoo, thank you for being in here. We got the talented Renz Tolentino in the house. Good evening, everyone. Renz, thank you for joining. We got Haas, Hometown Hero. Hello, Bargain Bin Bros. Hey, Haas, thank you so much for being in here, AJ. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Bob Dylan's clarifying 11 does both. They collaborated with Iconic on Ryu, which was licensed. I did not even realize that, Bob Dylan. That's thank you for clarifying. That's fascinating. So that Ryu figure, was that one that you contemplated at all, Graham?
No.
All right, simple as that.
I'm not too familiar with that, so.
All right, you weren't a Street Fighter guy.
But no, I'm not a Street Fighter guy. But then also, to be honest, until recently, like last few months, if it was third party, I wouldn't even look at it. But now,
yeah,
I'm starting to dive in a little bit more and actually purchase some of these figures. So I'm coming a long way.
Yeah, I was the same way, honestly, because there's so much coming out from Hot Toys. And,
It's
obviously
tough.
with Queen Studios or with InArt, entering the fray, it's like, okay, it's hard to allocate funds to something that you're not really familiar with. But there have been some really great third-party offerings. So, yeah, that's good to know. So thank you, Bob Dylan. We got Larry Walker in the house. What up, 16 Fix? at Calvin the Low Key Collector. Larry Walker, thank you for being in here. We got Tyria in the house. Hello all. Tyria, thank you for joining. We got Tully in the house. Good afternoon, everyone. Tully, thank you for being in here. And happy Friday. Heck yeah. Let's see. We got a good little turnout today. We got my pops. Loco Lou, what's poppin', people? Loco Lou, thank you for being in here, bro. I cannot speak this morning, but appreciate that. Look at the Ryu logo that he's got as well. That is amazing.
That's cool.
Bob Dylan saying that sounds like Super Mario flying fish. Yeah, what an excuse by Bretta. We got Agent Silver Fox in the house. Survived another week.
Amen,
guys. Roll on a great weekend. Thank you for being in here. Yeah, it was a long week for me as well, and we made it. So really appreciate you joining. Let's see. We got my cousin J-Mo in the house. J-Mo and Ari in the house. Hey, thank you for being in here. Hopefully we can talk about some things. So I've been trying to get my cousin to get his first figure. He's been interested. I think Darth Maul was the closest he ever came, but we will get him one of these days. We got my brother Equan in the house. I got that rescue cheap a year ago. Still haven't opened it. Equan he might be the ultimate bargain bin bro, honestly. He if it's a good deal, he'll just get it. And so
I try not to be like that because I am, I got to be selective with the budget I'm on. But at the same time, I picked her up for $200 with shipping. So it was like,
at that price though, it's like for a die-cast figure, how do you say no?
Right. So, kind of is what it is. I think what I'm going to have to do though, is I have the gauntlet up here. Probably gonna have to take that out to get her in, but we'll see. Eventually that'll have to come out just because with more figures, but
yeah. I really like how that looks though with the gauntlet in there and kind of it's tough, but no, it's good. You've always got to have your eye on, okay, this can be adjusted so I can fit just a little bit more. I'm the same way.
Always have a plan.
That's right. Never happy. Always have to have a plan. We got Gilbert Almazan in the house. Yo, what's up, fellas? Gilbert, thank you for joining. Let's see. I'm way behind here. So J-Mo's saying his fish walked away. Classic. What an excuse. We got Star Cash 1138. POs are the new bargain bins. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that a bit because, like I've said on a few other streams, I'm in a place where I don't like to be, but Sideshow has us exactly where they want us. And I'm going to say Sideshow specifically because it maybe doesn't apply to Hot Toys. This freaking guy. And so it's like I'm anxious because I feel like I have to pre-order or I'm going to miss out. But Joao might have some evidence to the contrary, so looking forward to discussing that. But yeah, it's an interesting comment there. Let's see. Tully saying smash that like button. Yes, if you're in here, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, appreciate that. Jose's saying, hey, I didn't tell you to order that new Star-Lord. We were discussing need and you went ahead. Yeah, sometimes I'm just a little impulsive.
That's a need.
Yeah, right. Graham, I know you're a big Star-Lord fan. So, Joao, let me finish catching up with the chat, and then we'll get to your fish story here in just a second. Let's see. We got FBJ in the house. Hey, everyone. FBJ, thank you for joining. I think I'm just about caught up here. So, yeah. Last one here, I'm going to say, Tully said, I got 4 figures in this week. Clone Pilot, Battle Droid, final pay charges today, Mark 85 battle damage, and Mark 3 construction version Iron Man pieces. I need more. It is hailing right now. Like the figures are coming in strong right now. It feels like, a half a year worth of figures at Hot Toys is just getting into our hands right now. So getting a bit crazy. So Bretta, if you are ready, tell us the fish story. And if you're not, then we will just continue on with our lives. All right. So it seems like he is not ready yet. So until he is, let's start with a little warm up here, Graham. I've said enough at this point, and I want to start with a little segment. And this segment is, where are these? So there are, like I just mentioned, there's plenty of figures to keep our budget strained. So we don't necessarily need to be wondering where are these things, but I want to let these companies know we haven't forgotten yet. We have not forgotten that you haven't released these. So first up here. Star-Lord.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. What is this character's name? Now I've drawn a blank.
Starlight.
Starlight, there you go. No, it's not.
It's close.
Homelander, there you
Butcher.
go. Butcher, there you go, the Butcher. Homelander from So Toys. Joao, I'm going to start with you. First of all, tell us about the fish. Second of all, where the heck is this figure?
Okay, about the fish, yeah, actually is very simple. I don't know if any of you have a fish tank or something like that, but
Not since I was 10.
There's some times that the fish like they want to mate with each other, mating. And I got some new fish, so the older fish were a bit nervous with these newcomers. So these newcomers are always running. The fish don't run. Are always
Yeah. So you put
running
some
away
horny
from
fish
them.
in your tank, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I put some new fish in my tank, and this one of the new fish, because he just the only way to escape at that moment was to jump out, and he just jump out from the fish tank, and then made a mess in the floor, and I had to
It's like
clean
Finding
it.
Nemo, just trying to get free.
No, but what I did, I thought, okay, so these newcomers are not feeling comfortable. I took out the old ones and put them in a smaller fish tank, and they will stay. I will not feed them for 5 days as a punishment.
Wow. Okay. This is a really KGB stuff right here.
How big is
Very
your fish
punitive.
tank?
My fish tank have 100 liters. I don't know how do you convert that.
Oh gosh,
What is small?
I don't know.
We do gallons over here, actually. So if you could just do
Get
that
with it,
conversion and get
man.
back to us.
Please,
Bob-
okay, 26 gallons. So that's
Bob Dylan says, even
It's
in,
not
in
big.
Russia, even the fish are assassins and will sneak attack you. Yeah, sounds like it. My God.
I tell you, I have fish that I can talk with them. They know me already. I talk with them and they come to the glass and they stay looking at me.
Wow. Gilbert is saying, yo, Big Bretta, really enjoyed your review on the American Psycho. I'm very tempted to pick the figure up now. Yeah, that was an amazing review. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go watch it. I'm still on the fence, but Joao was giving me a hard time, but it gave me the data I needed to kind of make that decision.
just
And
be careful
what
with
do you think?
watching Big Breda's videos. He makes everything look easy because it's all set up, and then you get the figure, and then you're like, "What the hell is this? It's a nightmare."
Still bitter about the scissor hands.
You are talking about scissor hands. No, I told you that belt, it took me 30 minutes around.
I can't get
It's
it
true.
in the second loop. There's no space.
There's space. Believe me, there's space. It's possible. I show you a photo where I'm holding
I
in
know.
the ends there's space. You just need to push so the space opens a bit more, and then with a tweezer you just need to try to insert. You need to push them.
Right.
There's no soft way to go into that.
Quick
There's a
question. I
way.
want to sidetrack us, but why would they come out with a figure that there is so much assembly for? Why wouldn't they just like some of the scissors are attached, some aren't? Why would they do that?
I don't understand that. I don't understand. It was better if they assemble all the scissors, right?
Right.
And then you can just because actually
even
I
none.
think the ones that come assembled we cannot move, right? Or we can.
You can.
Yeah, I don't remember. I have him in one pose and never touch him more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever touch them again. So
Yeah,
Leave
But he
it
looks
as
nice.
That figures. Looks really nice for a third party. I think looks
Right.
way better than the Hot Toys one.
Yeah, the pictures looked amazing. So
Yeah, and
both
I'm
Peyton-
expecting the
oh,
other one to come out also.
Oh, and that one's going to be with the rooted hair,
Oh,
yeah, with kind of
present
the,
toys,
the
right?
afro look.
Present toys.
Yeah, we got a few present toys in here today. So on this Homelander, Peyton23 and Equan are both saying that he's supposed to be in the new Mortal Kombat 1 game, which is amazing. That would be
I
incredible.
haven't
But
watched the trailer.
you got to watch the trailer. It seems like a reboot or like an alternate universe. And then Equan saying Amazon leaked the DLC characters. So Homelander, Peacemaker, incredible. Omni-Man, awesome. Ermac, Quan Chi, and Takeda. So, yeah, that new Mortal Kombat looks really sick. Looking forward to that. So Joao, tell us where the heck this figure is.
I don't know. I told this in LWO. I wait so long for the Homelander that I already sold my butcher.
You're just so you're over the
I
line. The
sold
hype
it.
has
I
died. Yeah.
didn't want to wait more because I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the one from 11. 11 is doing the butcher too, and I was holding the Soso Toys one because I wanted to review together with Homelander. I don't know. It's the butcher already, maybe 1 year and a half, something like that. It's outrageous already. This
But
one
you
they
kept
keep,
the baby
they
and the
keep
dog though, right?
the baby and the dog. No, I sold as a take one offer other.
Oh, there you go.
No, because the butcher here in China, you can sell it maybe 2 times the price you paid. Because
Amazing.
also toys figures here you can sell them easily. This Homelander, they already show us photos of the head sculpts like I don't know 8 months ago. Every time they just give you a tease or something like that. I have no idea where is it. I don't know where is Rogue. I already paid my invoice 2 weeks ago, and Rogue should be already shipped.
That
You
was
know,
the other one.
Yeah, they shipped 2 figures without any announcements. I didn't see anything. Was the Invincible they did announce, but then they also shipped that Night Out Spider-Man or something like that. I don't know. I even don't know what Spider-Man
The
is.
one with the coat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with the coat or something. I even didn't get any of that. I don't want that stuff in my channel.
Yeah.
I already
That's
have
stuff in your
enough. I already have enough rubbish there. I didn't want to catch that. But this one, and a Mary or Rogue, I pre-order. I want to review her, but now I don't have a Gambit, and I went to search for a Gambit. I went to
That one's
search
crazy, right?
Gambit. Oh, crazy! $300, $350 for a Gambit.
Oh my god.
When I bought that before, I paid $150 or $160.
Oh my
I will pay
gosh.
now double price for the Gambit.
That's
Never.
insane. Tremble Dust
So
the
if you
same,
guys-
same here. He
if
paid
you
the
guys want
invoice
to
for Anne Marie 2 weeks ago. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you paid 2 weeks ago too?
Tremble Dust did.
Yeah, I also paid 2 weeks ago. Normally, because also toys, when I pay invoice, normally within 3 days I receive the figure. Normally. So that's why I'm feeling strange why they're taking so long. But I'm going to I will only do unboxing of this Anna Mary. And yeah, but because Soso Toys now, they already show us the photos. I don't know if you see their Instagram. There's already.
I saw one with her next to a box. I went back to try to find that,
Yeah.
and I couldn't.
Soso
couldn't
Toys
locate it.
always do that. Some people are not very happy with how the head sculpt turned out. I don't know. It's what it is. It's
It's not amazing, but yeah, it's good enough. So Graham, with your new lease on third-party figures, are you interested in any So-So stuff? Anne Marie or Homelander, any ones that interest you?
Not really. So yeah, I'm just kind of starting to dabble into it. So for the most part, I think I want to stay like Hot Toys has that warm and fuzzy feeling for me, where I kind of know the quality I'm getting. So it's going to be tough for me to just jump into a lot of these figures. Plus, there's just a lot of stuff from Hot Toys coming out that I really want. So I'm going to have to be selective. But yeah, I got the scissor hands. Definitely going to get the Willy Wonka pranksters coming. So, obviously a couple Mars Toys figures coming there. I think Mars Toys is doing some really good stuff, as well as some of these other companies. So Toys I know is a good company as well. But there isn't really anything on the horizon right now that I'm really looking at. It's more still the main focus for me is going to be Hot Toys with a couple of these figures. Like I said, if I know like Hot Toys isn't going to make them ever, then I'm just going to get them if they look good enough. But again, I do have high standards, which I think we all do. But like, I don't collect necessarily for the posability. I collect for the likeness. So third party is obviously coming a long way here recently, but at the same time, it's got to be really good. It's got to blow me away for me to be interested in it. Plus, I got to have that connection to the character. So I'm not as familiar with like Homelander. X-Men is something that I'm kind of like a casual fan for, but it's not really something that I collect. So while I'm already selective with Hot Toys, I'm going to be even like more selective with third party, because it's going to have to meet all those standards for me to get. But if Joao keeps putting up these videos, then I might be suckered into a couple more. So I guess we'll see.
He makes them look good. And for all the third-party figures I've ever talked about on the channel or on other channels, I kind of thought about it. I only have the one. I only have the Gambit. So there's a lot that are tempting, but I think I'm with you where, it's got to live up to that Hot Toy standard. And I think the more that I talk to Joao, the more that I'm seeing that they are really getting there.
Well, it used to be easy.
You need
could
to understand. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, it used to be easy. You could just look at it and be like, that looks like trash. So I'm not going to even touch that. But now, like you guys said, these head sculpts and everything, and even the outfits are getting so much better. It's getting really hard to ignore these third party companies.
What were
What
you
I
saying,
was
Joel?
saying is that with these third parties, what the most important is that you need to accept that most of them they will not come really good out of the box.
Right.
There's always something you need to do with them. Either it is change the body, either it is using fabric tape on the back so that it looks like on photos that the suit fits better on the body. There's very few third parties that out of the box they look amazing. I could say, for example, the Mars Romero Joker from Mars Toys, but even that one today I already spent $72 because I got a custom bow tie for him because I don't like the bow tie that Mars Toys
Custom
did.
bow tie. It's when you know you're a real collector, is when you're spending almost $100 on a bow tie.
Can't get a new pair of
72.
underwear because you're getting bow
No,
ties.
actually
for
the bow
60
tie
figures.
the bow tie is cheap. It's like $40 or 44. It's selling at 1.6 Outfitters if anyone want. It's by a customizer named Dino. And actually today I was asking Bob Dylan if he could help me to get that, and he told me you can contact Dino directly. Dino is in Korea. I contacted him and he will ship directly to me because that bow tie, the one from Mars Toys, is a bit difficult to work with. But yeah, third parties you always need to work out, and sometimes a third party will in the end will get to a higher price than a Hot Toys.
That's what you've been saying. And so Trumbull Dust is saying underwear, commando all day, freedom. There you go. That solves your issue. And Bob Dylan is saying Dino is the man. So, okay, this is something I was unfamiliar
You guys
with.
need to follow the Instagram. Later I share here the link. Because
think
it
that's
does
what's-
really...
Sorry, I think that's what's tough for me too, though, is like thinking about these third party. Like, I'm not ready to like commit to buying the figure, but then also like buying a new body and upgrading it. So like, that's kind of something else that makes me a little bit more hesitant. Like, do I want to spend the same amount of money on a third party, pretty much as a hot toy, just to make it to what I want it to be? So, but again, if it looks good, Joao, I don't really necessarily care. I find the more figures I'm getting, the more I don't really pose them as much. Like, I'll change them up periodically, but some have been in the same pose for probably over a year. So I guess that doesn't bother me as much. But if like some of this stuff is just like trash, like, I don't know, it's got to look good to me, and then
I'll give
I'll
you an
kind of be
example.
on board.
I'll give you an example. For a figure that doesn't need any posing, it's just a static pose. And the one I have now, the way I have it, I would never trade for the Hot Toys one. It's the Bank Robber Joker because I did the rooted hair in the back.
That's right.
I have the topo suit that for me is already an improvement on the Hot Toys one, and it's a figure that basically just stand up with a bag and with a gun in the end, and just. But in the end, was almost the price of the Hot Toys one when you consider all
with
the
the
things
rooting,
he did.
right?
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's just a small piece of hair in the back, but they charge you for this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the problem is the rabbit hole that you talk about, Graham, where it's like, then you're looking at a new body, then you're looking at a bow tie, then like you don't stop nitpicking, and then before you know it, you've spent a lot. So I will say the wrist pegs on this Rogue, I'm not looking forward to. I think this is common with So-So, but because I only have the one, I broke my Gambit wrist peg because everyone was saying heat it up, and I just like yanked it, and because it's attached to the body. Why do they do it like that? What a silly design.
No, that's your fault.
It is my fault, but
even my Hot Toys, I always have a air dryer near me when I want to change the hands. I will not. I never change dry.
Wow, you never do it dry. You never go in dry, huh? Okay, good to
Never.
know. So let's
always eat it.
always heat it up. All right, awesome. So we're just gonna flip through these really, really quick, and this is just where are they? Where's this Moff Gideon? We
What's
got to
up?
be getting this at some point, right?
It's in some hotel room. What it seems.
That's right. I think it's a dressing
This
room
one?
actually. But yeah, this is gonna be an incredible figure. I think I really enjoy the Moff Gideon I have. Once I got over the resentment of paying too much money for him, and so yeah, I think this is gonna be a cool one. Do we need two Moff Gideons? I'm not sure. Graham, is this something you'd be interested in?
Slightly. I've kind of. I'm collecting the Mando line and then obviously the original trilogy. So, but I'm not a completionist when it comes to Mando. I don't have to get everything. Moff Gideon is okay. He doesn't like blow me away like a Darth Vader or an Emperor or even a Tarkin or something like that. But I'd consider it for sure, especially in this gear. It was pretty cool to see. However, and I do think he's coming. However, I do wonder if they're going to pull back a little bit with just kind of the mixed bag that season 3 was. Like, I wonder if maybe we're not going to get a 2.0 Bo-Katan because there's just a little bit, changing. So like maybe they don't do stuff like that. I could just see them kind of slimming down the offerings that they're going to give for Mando for this season just because of all the other stuff that's out there. I also don't think that the Mando stuff is selling too quickly these days, but I'm just wondering if the hype might be over where hopefully, maybe Hot Toys understands that, but I would definitely consider getting him. Again, the outfit looks great. The helmet looks great. I would have him in full gear, and I think it would be a pretty badass figure. So if they do it, I'll definitely consider getting it and adding it to my Mando line. I know for sure Joe I was going to get it.
Well, he's dedicated to getting every piece of Mando.
Dedicated is the right word.
That's right. What were you going to say, Joao?
Nothing.
You started
Joao,
saying something.
what did you think of the season? Really quick.
The third season, I just finished a while ago watching the last episode with my son because he didn't watch and I watched together with him, and I don't know, the whole season was probably the worst of the three for me.
Oh yeah,
but probably no, for sure the worst of the three. There was some episodes that I was like, oh really. And the last
specifically
episode,
the Lizzo and Jack Black one, right?
Yeah, that one was hard to watch.
Then the scientist one; those were the two worst for me.
No, the
I didn't
scientist
hate
one
that
was
episode.
okay. I was okay, and I was thinking maybe they are leading these to some new story or something like that. But I mean, in the end is a happy ending, right? A Disney happy ending, and
oh wow, Disney happy ending.
Some people
It's
thought
gotta
they
get
might just not do
Mario,
another
if you're
season.
still in the chat, let us know about those.
Probably-
Anyways,
probably we will not. Probably the way they end the episode ends with the Mando sitting like a gunslinger and Grogu training with the frog, and then the image goes like to Grogu. I think it's like a goodbye, and unless they really want to because the armor told Din Djarin that now he should take Grogu to some adventures, right?
Right.
So I don't know if they are going to probably do a mini series or something like that. There's rumors about a movie that will Mando will appear. And,
I don't think it's
and
rumors. I think it's confirmed, right?
That's
That
a
they're
movie
gonna
with
do-
Boba, Mando, all the they put all together. Rancor maybe will appear there too.
Rancor, yeah,
Yeah, we have everyone. Black Croissant,
that's right.
And-
Lizzo.
everyone there. So just a big party. I mean,
Absolutely.
for this figure, I would get it for sure. It's a different suit. You got a helmet. The other Moff Gideon is different, and this one I would get it. But I think after what happened with season 3, probably Hot Toys is considering if they really should push much more figures from the Mandalorian or not, seeing how they are now. Because for example, today I was checking through the stores, the price and so on. That mustard stormtrooper, artillery stormtrooper is like it's $85.
Oh god,
86.
Please
It's
just
an
take
ultimate
it.
bargain bin.
It's the lower that I ever saw a Hot Toys lately. It's almost the same range as the Captain Marvel from Endgame. They are almost in the.
Those two will be in stock for forever. Bob Dylan
There's
is
a
saying, "Give me a
lot.
new
There's a
Giancarlo sculpt without the mustache, so I can kit bash a Gus Fring." That's what we all want to do for sure.
Mars Toys is doing a Gus Fring too.
That's right. That Mars Toys Gus Fring, the 2-pack, was very tempting with kind of the
one with
battle
the
damage
burn.
sculpt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
burn
would see
sculpt
that
is
though. Like,
amazing.
I don't know that I want that in my display because that's such a horrific scene. But cool that they're doing it. Let's see. Yeah, the Disney happy ending there. So so I think you're both right though, because the lukewarm reception from this season. They might not do 15 plus figures from this line. They might be a bit more selective, but this feels like one that'd be pretty easy for them to do. So I think this one should be coming, but we shall see.
Do you think they still offer a head sculpt or just the full armor so that you kind of keep
I think
your
it's
other?
the armor. I think it's the armor only.
I
Just
would.
just
They've already got the head sculpt ready to rock, though. Worst case scenario, they just throw the same one, right? But you're
But they
you're
need
saying
to-
because he has
they
different
need-
facial hair.
they need to clean the mustache.
Yeah,
They need
they'll
to
they'll
clean
The
hire
hair's
the
a
people
bit
that did the
different,
CG
too.
for Justice League.
Oh, right, and the only thing they announced nowadays is that Grogu with a pram. I want that thing. Can
Oh,
you
the
imagine a
full-size
Grogu
one, huh?
with a pram floating in your home?
You could have them right next to you when you're streaming.
There you go.
No, I have the other one, the life-size one, just the doll. It's in my daughter's room now, but with the one with the pram, I want a life-size pram. That thing is amazing. I would take that with me everywhere.
There you go. Traveling on the subway with that. Absolute
don't do
Irwin is saying,
subway,
but
so-
where's the N1 asking for Profi?
I drive.
Yeah. Oh,
I
there
don't
you
think
go.
that's
Sorry.
coming either.
Apologies for me to assume you take public
Because
transit. I just thought everyone
I don't
overseas.
have subway near. I don't have a subway near me. The nearest station is around 20 or 30 minutes. The subway line, they are going to open only next year. Near in my area.
Oh, okay.
Once it's
so
open, of course, I will do subway.
yeah, there's one coming. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. So we're gonna do another 30-minute talk
I'm
on public
talking subway,
transportation.
the transportation, not
And why
the
it's
sandwich
important.
store.
There you go. And why it's so vital. So let's just move on. We don't have to comment on these, but just
I
want
love
to say
interrupt.
no. That's good. That's what we like to do here is just interrupt one another. John Wick 4. These have to be coming. We don't have to say anything about these. These have to be coming. Come on, Cal Kestis. If they don't do this, this will be the biggest travesty. I'm just going to keep saying it every stream until they give us that announcement. Give us the Cal. There's the N1 for Profi.
Ain't coming.
It's coming. 100%.
It's not coming.
It is coming.
No.
Graham's on the not coming train. All right.
It's not. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. It's such an odd, huge size. I don't think there's a big market for it, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice in the past, but it's very rare.
Once or twice. Okay. All right. So you can, if you say it, you could probably book it then. So
But
let's
if you look at the ship though, with like the point in the back, it's just I just don't see how practical it is to really have to make a large number of these things. Like it's just where do you put the thing? And I know some people don't care and they'll figure it out, but I just don't think it's practical enough for Hot Toys to actually come out with. It's almost like the Avatar. Not that they've really teased the Avatar dinosaurs or whatever they are, pterodactyl things. Not that they've really teased them as much as the N1, but I mean, I just don't think they'll ever make those. So that's just my opinion. I mean, I obviously could be wrong. So, and with Mando kind of diminishing too a little bit, I think that has a part to play in it as well.
I think that's a
If
good point.
they
If the
did
season
announce
was
it-
crazy popular, then
No, but
they
if
may
they
have
did
just gone
announce-
for it.
I'm talking. You wait.
Yes, sir.
If they did announce him when they did that video, that teaser video, you remember? If they announce it at that time and put it on pre-order, I'm sure many people would jump on that pre-order. Now the hype is dying down slowly. You got so many vehicles. People are already with so many stuff in their hands. I don't know how many people really would buy these.
It's true. They've given us
Especially
too
for
much
the
time
size.
to analyze
Especially
it.
for the size. This is no vehicle for an Asian market for sure.
Or an American market. Like I think you're both right. Like where the heck would you put this thing with the
And you
Mando
saw
hype
it.
dying down?
You saw it.
It was
We
really
have no
really
idea,
big.
but you saw it.
Yeah, it was very big. Like I was adamant that they were going to release it. Seeing it in person, I'm like, okay, this is pretty freaking huge. I don't know where most people would put it, but again, the Jazz Ink, the Batwing, people are loving it. So I think that, maybe they do a wall mounting rig,
Right.
and that's how they sell it
But
to us.
I'm yet to see someone that display that Batwing in a beautiful way, because I only see the Batwing in corners, in hands, in tables. I didn't see yet one person with a Batwing. I say, okay, this is the display it deserves in a huge wall with the background of the moon.
Joao, did you see somebody
put it-
hung it from a ceiling with like a
No.
wire? That was
They
pretty
are
cool.
most people are using television, the TV wall mounts,
Right.
and then because that's huge, right? Not everyone have a wall to accommodate that thing.
Yeah, you're right. It takes a lot of planning to be able to put something like this up in your house. Equan is saying if they come out with the Hot Toys Navarro diorama, then I'll be convinced this N1 might come out. Yeah, that diorama was actually beautiful. I'm sad that they never actually followed through with that, because that would look so cool with the Durasteel Mando. Haas is very convinced it's coming during the summer showcase. I don't even know what percent that is, but it's a very high percentage. FBJ saying N1, I want to believe. Yeah, it'd just be cool if they did it. And Andreas IB with the $5 super chat. Great channel and group of guys. Keep up the good, funny content. Best of luck on your better half's studies. Super chat should be tax exempt. Andreas, thank you so very much for that. That is amazing, and really appreciate the kind words on the stream here. So let's move on from this N1 talk, because we could talk about this all day. So I'm going to stop this here. Graham, I'm going to direct this to you, because this is your first time on the channel. You don't know how we do things. With the Bargain Bin Bros, we like to play a little game here. So it's kind of like a hot take game. I'm going to put up a category. You're going to have to select that category. The title is kind of a hint of what the figure we'll be talking about may be. Then you've got to defend the take that I put up. So whether you agree with it or not, you've got to defend it. And then the rest of us will kind of chime in. So with that, I'm going to give you first dibs, since you're the first time on the channel here. So the categories are: don't just stare at it, eat it. Reasons. My enemies call me. Sunflower. That son of a bitch is huge. I'm a what? And that is it. So Graham, I can repeat those, or you can just dive on in.
So since my dog's name is Sunflower, I'm gonna go with Sunflower.
Sunflower, beautiful. Okay, so this is the joints on the Spider-Man 2099 from Across the Spider-Verse aren't that bad. Let me pull up the picture here. Tell us why these aren't that bad. Boom, totally unprepared here. Bang. There it is. So I'm assuming you've seen this one. Obviously a cool tease. I'm excited for this film, but what do you think about this design of the 2099? Heard a lot of people call it a Marvel Legends.
Yeah, so just defend the joints, huh?
Got to defend the design of this figure.
Well, I think it's that's a tough one. It's if it comes out like this, it's going to be a great figure, because you're not going to have to worry about any of the suit becoming damaged, loose, ripped. This is going to be something that you can put into any pose, and you're not going to have to worry about any type of long-lasting damage. This figure is going to last forever, and yeah, it's going to look good while you're posing it into those dynamic poses.
Okay, wow. That was a lot of positive points right there. I disagree, but those are your words, so clip it.
Right.
And Graham says this is a must-have figure. So Joao, what do you think about this? Is it something that you're as worked up about as the rest of the people in the community?
No, it's not something that I'm even worried about, because I will never get a figure like this. So for me, it's a easy decision.
Easy decision. All right, pass.
Yeah.
What if you love the film though?
But there are many films that I love and I don't get the figures.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. All right, so Calvin, if you are ready to speak, what do you think about this one?
Are we talking about the 2099?
Yeah, the 2099. Are you worked up over this one?
Not at all. I'll stick to the one I have already.
Can you please honk that horn as a welcome for us?
What do you say?
So we want you
Honk
to.
that horn.
There you go, honking that horn.
Woohoo! Yes.
There you go.
Amazing. Incredible. All right, so
Everybody looking around like, what the hell's he doing?
that's right. And so Calvin, you already went and got these Across the Spider-Verse Jordan 1s, yeah?
Yes, I did.
That is awesome. So
I'm
they
see if I can
officially
get a
dropped.
second pair tomorrow.
Heck yeah. So I'm just going to move on from this figure because it feels like there's not a lot
Please
of love.
do.
But
Yeah. No. Like
Yeah,
I said,
so-
I'm happy with the version I already have.
That's right. I'm just going to sneak in a quick plug here. These drop tomorrow morning. So if you're at all interested, download the Nike Sneakers app, put in all your information, and be ready for the time that they drop. So I'm, used to be a bigger sneaker guy, and these might get me out of retirement. So no clue how hard they are going to be to get, but you're best off just being ready to press the button on the Sneakers app for tomorrow. So with that, let me stop
Can I
this
just
here.
ask you a question
Of
about
course.
these?
Yeah.
Because I just saw a documentary a while ago about these sneakers that go out and you have that time to go to pre-order, and about the bots and everything, how about it costs to buy a bot to do that stuff. Is it worth to buy a bot for these or not?
I don't think so. Normally, this will have a pretty wide release, so you should be able to get it. So I don't think that a bot will be necessary. I could be wrong, but I think that you're going to be able to get it if you're there on the spot at the time it drops and press the button. You have your credit card information already put in. You should be able to go.
What's the price on these?
$200. Yeah, so they are
Only.
pretty expensive. But compared to a lot of the
I
Jordans
said
that come
only,
out.
and they are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Some of the Jordans are like $220, $225. So yeah. That was just a public service announcement.
But
But
there's
the
a
original
limited
pair of
edition?
these are now valued at almost $700 compared to
You
their
see?
retail. So it's an
Yeah.
investment.
You never know. And are they limited? I'm sure that they will be slightly limited, but it's hard to tell with Jordans. A lot of them, they released a bunch of them. So really,
No,
really
anyway,
hard to
for
tell.
me is to forget that I cannot buy them.
Yeah, $200. You got too many
No.
figures coming in.
That's only for US market. It's not.
Oh, really? It's not.
Of course.
Okay. For some reason, I just assumed that they would release them in that market as well, the overseas market. But
It's only for US market.
Okay,
The
got it.
scalpers then come to here to sell them.
and is there a pretty big resale market there?
But that documentary that I saw, all those guys using bots, they were all Chinese.
Yeah, that's the
That they
vicious
live,
cycle there.
They live over there.
He with big boobs is saying these shoes are just as inaccurate as the 2099 joints. There you go, brought it full circle. You'll love to see it. So.
I feel very confused with this guy. The thumbnail makes me very.
Oh yeah,
That's Nicolas Cage, right?
with a
And
flattened out face.
oh, I feel very confused with that.
Face off.
There you go. Bob Dylan is saying that reminds me. The movie about Air Jordan was really fun. That's the one with Ben
Oh,
Affleck,
it's
I
an
believe.
amazing movie.
Okay,
Amazing.
it's called
movie.
Air. Is that
The
it?
Air, right? I
Okay.
think I need to watch it again.
Yeah, amazing.
But
I
the
definitely
Michael
need
J.
to-
Fox one, no. Oh, I don't know why I fell asleep.
during the Michael J. Fox one you did.
Yes, the still. I don't know why I fell asleep. I don't know, was not pushing me that much.
It's heavy content for sure.
It's heavy, but I love the Val one. However,
Got it. Oh yeah, the Val Kilmer one was
Val
incredible.
Kilmer one was amazing.
Really quickly want to say what's up to Triple G Comics in the house. Hi all. Hey Triple G, thank you for being in here. We got Toy Box in the house. I got the versions from the first movie. Yeah, those looked really beautiful too. Calvin, you have those already? From the first. Oh, you don't have those. Okay, well now you got to go back and get them.
Nah, $700. I'm cool. I got
Yeah, right.
statues and shit coming in. I'm cool.
That's right.
Most of my
Brandon
shoes is in the
Salad.
closet anyway.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about shoes. You don't really get to display them. Brandon Salad saying sneakers app just shatters my dreams. Yeah, sneaker drops can be tough, but I have a feeling these are going to be pretty widely available. Let's see. Yeah, so FBJ is going to be trying for those shoes tomorrow. And let's move on here. So Joao, you've got the next pick. Let me go through the categories again, unless you've got one already in your mind.
No, yeah, I choose the first one. You don't need to go
Okay.
again through all of them.
This is perfect. Sometimes it just works out perfectly. So don't just stare at it, eat it. And this is Iconic Studios, Patrick Bateman, is the best figure they've done so far. So obviously you've got a review on your channel. Tell us why this is the best figure that Iconic has done to date.
They only made 2.
And that's it.
People love the Ryu though. So if people love the Ryu and this one's better, then tell us why
the
this
Rio,
is their best
the
figure.
Rio, forget it. The Rio to move that feet, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Then the body and the skeleton they are separated. It's not easy to move the body. While this is difficult because I love Rio, you know. So now I'm trying to find something to say. And this American Psycho comes with a lot of accessories, with 2 dioramas, with 2 head sculpts. Comes with the X, with that blood impact effect. Comes with a business card, life size, the Patrick Bateman, the life size, the 1/6 scale 2. Comes with a lot of stuff, and it's from the iconic movie. Iconic movie.
There you go.
It's really good. It's really good. No way you cannot compare this with that Ryo. Cannot compare.
That's not the game, Joao. That's not the game. But no, I get what you're saying. All
It's
right,
the
so
best
it's a good figure,
yeah.
but
Because I only can compare with the other one. Because there's only if they have like 7 or 10, but they only have 2 now.
absolutely. So yeah, so if anyone's on the fence, definitely go check out Joao's review on his channel on Big Bretta. Really, really well done review, and you get to see like a good look at all the little accessories.
The
like
review
you
was
mentioned.
so well done that instead of using my photos, you are using photos from the prototypes.
I already had him queued up. I should be using your photos, but my computer can only do so much. So,
That's fine.
so Ryan Smith is saying very impressive. Pablo Mesa in the house. Hi guys, just watched Graham's Scissorhand review. I like the look of it, but it seems like a real pain. Did Bretta have the same issues? Yeah, we talked about that a bit.
I talked about that in my review, Pablo. I know you watched.
He's more
my
patient
review.
than me, basically, is what it comes down to.
It's not patient. It's different. It's because I did the unboxing. I shoot the unboxing right with the belts out. When I'm going to showcase the figure, the belts must be in. So I didn't have a choice. I had to place the belts on place, or else I would just show the figure without the belts in, and then I would read the comments. Hey motherfucker, where are the belts? You didn't put the belts in. We cannot see anything. so I had to put the belts. There was no choice. I remember I sent a message to Keith and asked him, can you please ask those guys next time just
Build their
send
own
me a
damn figure.
Send me 2 figures, one with the belts out, one with the belts in, because this is difficult. But then with tweezers, the point of the belt is all broken, because there's no way you can push that soft. It's all broken. But then what I did was to use some glue. I glue the belt, that point to the belt, and it doesn't move any longer.
So yes, it was a pain for him as well.
Of course, for everyone.
So next time anyone comments on one of Joao's videos, start it with "Hey motherfucker." Just it's the best way to do it. So Graham, would you still recommend it though, even though you've had like the biggest struggles?
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, because to have the chance, and I know Hot Toys did the figure a long time ago, but to have the chance to get like a figure that resembles the character this well, I think it is still worth it. And I kind of knew what I was going to get into because, you know, Joao mentioned it, but at the same time, you didn't think it's going to be that difficult. Like, I was at one point, I'm like, did these guys make it like purposefully to not fit? Like, you know, did you actually do this, or did you just put it and say, there, you guys try to figure out, you know, putting this damn thing together? So, you know, I wasn't sure what their motive was behind it. And then kind of like Joao and I talked about, why are some of the scissors on but then some you have to put on. I don't know. If I'm paying that much money, I just want it all complete. Let me just take it out of the box and pose it. So
Yeah, stress free for sure. So Graham, on this Patrick Bateman, is this one that you're contemplating at all, or easy pass?
no, it's an easy pass for me. I'm not a big horror fan when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I don't really get into collecting that stuff. And I've only seen the movie like a couple times.
Got it. Yeah, it's definitely a cult classic, so I get that completely. So Calvin, how about you? Any consideration for this Patrick Bateman?
I've had several moments of consideration throughout the week. Once I saw Joel's review of it, I was like, "Oh, that actually looks pretty fire." And I do have.
Yeah, and he didn't comment.
Look, man, you see, I'm on the go. Look, I low key. Remember, I'm in and I'm out. You see
That's
how I
right.
do?
He's in and out.
So,
Never dry
come
though.
on.
Never dry.
I'm going to block you.
Oh, that's how.
You didn't
Oh, it's like that
comment
now.
my video.
I'll go back and I'll make sure to comment. My bad. All right. I was probably up 3 o'clock in the morning trying to watch it and completely wasn't thinking about it. My bad. But
No, it's fine.
no, I went to kids. I went to kids side a couple times. I looked at it, $290. I was like,
It's a good price. It's a good price though.
it is a good price. But I've got my Batman 1000 Fatbot coming in with a $500 shipping
Oof.
Ooh,
plus tax on that, my last
shipping.
payment. Yeah, that's Tuesday. So I'm like, I've been really selective on stuff lately. So I'm like, I'll pass. But I do have a horror section. That's why I've really looked at it hard. Like, you know what, that would be dope to have him in with the other iconic figures. But at the moment, it's gonna be a pass for me.
There you go. That's part of being a bargain bin, bro. You got to make sacrifices. You got to plan ahead. So no, I appreciate you.
One
knowing
third
what's coming.
scale or Patrick Bateman. I think I'm gonna go with my third scale.
There you go. You got.
I gotta go big.
Hard-
Gotta go big or go home.
That's
I
right.
wouldn't call him a bargain bin, bro. He's talking about the 1/3 scale.
Hey,
I'm trying to be
actually,
generous.
I got it on discount. I canceled my original order when they put it on sale and reordered it and put about $500 worth of reward points on it. So trust me, this was a bargain
Heck
bid.
yeah. See,
Man,
Calvin
that
likes
truck-
his coupons. He messes
that
around
truck
like
looks
that.
so comfortable.
What looks comfortable?
The truck.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Looks like an
Come on now.
RV, damn near.
I would
That's-
sleep there in the back.
Got a
I would buy a
Tempur-Pedic
model
mattress.
case and put there in the back.
That's right.
Well, I've got a bed right there for you up top. I got another bunk up
That's
top
right.
for you. So
Wow.
you
Bread
got
of the
your own
lot
mattress
lizard.
though. Nah, not a lot of lizards in here. We don't do that.
Oh, man.
Recreation of Reptiles, their new age
Recreational.
name.
Amazing. So, Calvin, it'll be your choice next. You want me to go through the remaining categories?
I didn't hear any of the categories. So what are they?
Okay, perfect. So, reasons. My enemies call me. Let's see, this one's already done. That son of a bitch is huge, and I'm a what?
Come on now. I'm all about size. That son of a bitch is huge. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Amazing.
only driving that big ass truck out here. Let's go.
That's right. Only do it real big. All right. So let me cue up the picture here, and so you've got to defend this take, Calvin, and the take is. Oh man, I wish there was a quicker way for me to just press these all at once, but struggling here. Okay, so the present Toys Ripley is good enough. So there's been a lot of debate about the head sculpt, and
can't
is this
defend
one just good enough?
You can.
So tell us
Tell
about
y'all,
this one,
like I
Calvin.
said the other day, that's not my Ripley. That's not my Dana Barrett. I can't do it. Even that, what do they call it now? A crash kit? Yeah, she looked like she had a major crash. I'm sorry.
Wow. So even with the updates that they've shown off, you're still not impressed. Still not for you.
But the update's not on the head sculpt.
I
It's
know.
only on the one.
Like it got to look like the character, and I used to love some Sigourney Weaver back in the '80s. So, nah, I'm sorry. And I'm usually a team player, but I can't defend this one.
Okay, fair enough. Fair. If you can't do it, you can't do it. All right. No one's playing the game today, but
And
it's
I
all
hate
good.
using the word "can't," but this is one of them.
That's
No
right.
one's playing the game today.
So Joao, are you considering this one at all? You have really good things to say about most present Toys figures, but this one you're not so impressed.
No, I think present toys they always miss on the head sculpt. The Ghostbusters was the same thing. Even if they get the suits
Maybe
right, then
disappointing.
the head sculpts they are not that appealing, right? And this we go back to what we were talking with Graham before. If you got this one most probably you would want to get a custom head sculpt to use on these, and then you would spend more money, and then maybe the pants are not the right color. Because these custom guys, they always appear with fixes for these third parties, and then just make you spend more money. So yeah, but I honestly think they are going to change the head sculpt, because it's too many people talking about the head sculpt. They are not liking the head sculpt. You know, they followed the Prime 1. They were trying to mimic the Prime 1, because the Prime 1, they also have a very similar one. They were trying to follow the Prime 1, and that didn't went very well.
And it doesn't feel like it's so far off that if they retool it, folks wouldn't be happy, right? I think like some minor modifications, and it could be pretty close to her. You feel that way?
I don't think it's a small retooling. I think they need improve a lot.
No,
I'm the only one that thinks
major,
that it looks
that's
decent.
a major facelift needed. I'm sorry.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm pro third party, but this is one that just
Not cutting it, okay. And Graham, so I know you're big on the 80s films. Is Alien, is it 80s or is it,
No,
what's
it's
the
the end.
The first one
Right,
is
the end of 70s,
end of the
okay.
70s, but the rest came 80s and 90s.
So what do you think about this one? What do you think about the head sculpt?
Which Alien movie is this from?
This is from Alien, right, Joao?
Alien, I think.
Is it? Okay. It's because I thought she had longer hair in Alien. She had the longer poofy hair.
Oh yes,
I
she
think
has a
so.
longer
That's
hair
why I
in
was like,
Alien.
this is Aliens, isn't it?
Okay, this is
Aliens.
Aliens. Got it. Okay.
See-
Hot Toys did the Alien.
Okay, so Aliens is actually my favorite out of the franchise. But yeah, this one, I mean, I guess I could to play the game, I could take one for the team for Calvin and say, hey guys, it's good enough, because are you going to really want to spend $450 to $500 on the Hot Toys Ripley? So this you can get for a lot cheaper, so it's good enough. You just get this one. But no, outside of that though, I don't think it's very good. I don't think the likeness is good. Maybe around the jawline, but the eyes are way off. I don't even like the hair very much. It doesn't scream Ripley to me, even the outfit. Like, I want the more, I guess, traditional look to Ripley. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. It's just I'd rather have the Hot Toys version. I'd rather pay a little bit more and get that one. I think the likeness is better. And
Marco,
Mm-hmm.
what's the best app for you to share a photo? I send you on Messenger on Instagram.
Send it to me on. Okay, there you go. Send it to me on Instagram is perfect. I'll pull something up.
I can also airdrop if you want.
Airdrop. There you go. I don't know if that goes overseas, but yeah, Instagram or Facebook is perfect.
Just for you to show where did they base this sculpt, because this was I was talking with Keith, and I said, oh no, this is not good, and then he sent me this photo and said, but they are based on this one, and for them they think it's okay. What's the problem?
All right, send it on over to me.
Blackbird Tech says Alien came out in 79 and Aliens was 86.
Yeah.
7 years later.
Thank you for that clarification there. So yeah, so I think I'm the only person, but also obviously I told on myself because I'm an Alien casual. I think it looks close enough to her, honestly. I don't think it's horrendous, but it seems that a lot of folks are very, very disappointed by this. Christian Detour Collections is saying
Christian,
Anthony
how
would
are
have
you?
been going on about being confused with Aliens LMAO.
Just give here a shout out to Christian. He's in Korea now. It's 1 a.m. and he's still here watching us.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for joining. That is awesome. All right, so let me pull up a few photos. So we're going to move on to the next thing. And I got some photos from Bob Dylan as well, so I'll work on getting those uploaded. But
Yeah,
let's see.
I think he also sent me some photos. I think it's the Batwing.
There you go.
You already have them, right?
Yeah, I'm going to upload them right now. So let's go to the next category, and then I'll work on getting these up. So Graham, we're going to go back to you. Your lucky day. So the remaining categories are reasons, my enemies call me, And I'm a what?
Let's do My Enemies Call Me.
Nice. Okay. So my enemies call me. And this one is there is still hope that we'll get a Namor figure from Hot Toys. Now, this is one that we know is incredibly intricate, but tell us why there's still some hope that, there's still going to be an announcement for a Hot Toys Namor.
Okay, so your first... I'm not as familiar with Namor here, so... Oh, yeah. Okay, now I am. Okay, it's coming back to me. But, oh, geez, why?
It's a tough one. I know.
I can't really even say the film did that well. Let's see, why would we? I'm struggling here because I watched the movie and it wasn't memorable. I mean, I forgot all about him and who he even was from when I watched it. So because Hot Toys doesn't come out with enough villains, so that's why we're gonna get a Namor, because Hot Toys needs to focus more on that. And yeah, there you go. It's the best I can come up with.
Okay, fair enough. And I will add one more point to that. Hot Toys, their schedule's all over the place. Just because the film is, further, the release is further back at this point, didn't do particularly well. I wouldn't be surprised if they still have this under development. But Bretta, tell us, do you think this is coming at all, or do you think the ship has completely sailed on this?
Before that, let me ask you one thing. This photo we are seeing here from Marvel Legends, this is from the Black Panther movie.
Yes, this is from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And this seems like a custom, so I think someone maybe took a Marvel Legends and customized it a bit.
So is either the customizer that ruined the figure or the Marvel Legends is already dead?
Oh my god. I think the Marvel Legends wasn't too good, honestly, but I wanted to show the headdress and the intricacy of the costuming for sure.
No, I'm sure Hot Toys will still tackle this figure. How many did they do for the last movie? I think it was only one till now, right?
Yeah.
For the last Black Panther, or for you're saying for Wakanda Forever?
One.
Yeah, so I think
it's the last one.
Yeah, I think that they've done one officially, and then they also did that T'Challa kind of Civil War remake, which was I don't know if it was branded.
Yeah, there's still hope, and I think many people would get it for sure if they incorporate the wings in the ankles with USB powered.
Okay, now you're talking. Now you're speaking my language here.
Well, yeah.
So Calvin, what do you think? You think we're going to get this one at all, or you think all hope is lost?
In my opinion, if they know what's good for them, I think they should definitely have it done.
They know what's good for them. I love that.
No, I'm just saying, because for the culture aspect, they're leaving a lot on the table for several characters that they have not released yet. We all want a Okoye. We all want a M'Baku. We all want a Namor. Like, come on now, who wouldn't want this
How about
representation
Riri?
on
Like,
their
they
show?
do all the Iron Man figures, basically. How do they not give
Riri, I see Riri having her own show, so I think they could push her back. This representation of her wasn't the greatest, and that suit, neither one of those suits that she had on was the greatest in comparison to other Iron Man suits. I'm just saying the other core characters, I think they're really dropping the ball on. And like I said, I would love to have them more, but just for the cultural representation, especially with all the Mayan, Aztec, representation of his outfit here. So for that reason alone, I think they should have had it done if they don't already have it in the books to be done. So that's my opinion.
Absolutely.
But I'm always looking for representation on the shelf.
Yeah, Calvin, that's like so important to me. That's something that like I wouldn't necessarily think about before, but it's like this would be a no-brainer for me because of that representation. Like culturally, it means a lot, and it's also just such a cool looking design. I really hope they find a way to do this, even if they have to, give him armbands like near the joints or something. Find a way to get it done. Yomo saying hopefully Namor will be announced like Gore. I think so. Like Gore from the Thor film. Hopefully it will be later this year at least. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit hopeless, but really, really hoping we get it. So let me share some of these photos that have been shared with us here. So this is a segment we like to call community. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so this was this is the Prime 1 statue. So thank you, Joao, for sending this over. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here, but Let's see. Really struggling here. So Joel, this is what you were saying they were trying to copy, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is what
Yeah, it
Present Toys based to make them their figure.
Yeah, I think it looks really. It does look better. It does look a lot closer to her. So thank you for sharing that. And then Bob Dylan sent over a bunch of ways that people have displayed the Batwing in really cool ways. Honestly, like these are some really
Take
cool
that, Joel.
examples. That's right.
Sorry, I don't like. I don't like these. Look at those cables.
Yeah.
The cables there. Oh,
I like this a lot. This is killer right there in the corner. This is someplace you probably would never display something. So I think that's really good
Real
utilization.
quick, speaking of cables, I saw someone the other day had it displayed with a power bank to their power cord and had it tucked away, so you saw no cables. And
That's
it was
cool.
sitting up there lit
Can you
up.
go back and show that cables there?
The cables, yeah.
Look at that.
No, I
Nice
I
wood
can understand
paneling.
this one, but I've seen somebody
Nice wood
fix that
paneling.
option.
I'm talking about the wood paneling.
Oh, man.
I'll be back, though.
Oh, sounds good. And Joker J is saying, this panel has my attention. People that I like and respect. That's really awesome to hear. I'm assuming you're not talking about me, but the rest of the folks really appreciate you joining. Let's see. And Jose is saying, Black Panther Wakanda Forever made $859.2 million. That's not bad, guys. You're right. It's just not over $1 billion, but pretty high grossing film. And Christian
Jose,
Detour.
let them know. Let them
That's
know.
right.
Come on, man.
Tell the
Don't
people.
Don't disrespect Black Panther. Come on, man.
That's right. Christian
Culture
Detour.
phenomenon. Let's go.
Christian Detour Collection saying 1, sorry, and 10, I don't like. All right, so let's see a few more of these examples. And again, shout out to Bob Dylan for sharing these really cool examples. Love this right here. Like this is killer.
This one looks cool.
Yeah, with the gray background, like that is beautiful. Looks like it's on top of a Maja case as well. Let me see. With the let me hide us here. With the 89 Batmobile underneath as well, like that's killer. If anyone ever had the, if anyone ever had the space,
I would have loved to have that if it just wasn't so damn huge. Again, it's
This
just
is
nowhere to put it.
the wall mounts, the custom wall mounts they are doing for it.
yeah, that
See,
looks really awesome.
that looks cool and that's a great idea. But again, like for me, that's not how I would want to display it. Like I don't want it going up. Like when you see the silhouette with the moon, I want it kind of like we saw the other one kind of floating in, or I don't know, but that's a really cool idea. But like something like that is more up my alley, where it's like flying down.
Yeah, this is incredible right here. Like seems like the optimum setup. And Bob Dylan
This
is also
is not
saying
the-
there's a
this should
wireless
be-
option. Go ahead, Bretta. It's your show.
No,
go
I say
for it.
in module case, this must be what a max 140 or something like that.
To say
because
it's got to
this
be
is-
gotta
freaking
be.
deep. Yeah, but this is like perfect right here. So Bob Dylan is saying there's a wireless option too with a USB power bank parked on the stand behind the Batwing. Mr. Salty, I love that. So I think he's showing that you can hide the power bank within this wall mount. So yeah, it seemed like a lot of cool options, and maybe this is inspiring Hot Toys that that you can actually do a large vehicle like this with cool display options. So yeah, that's really inspiring to see. For sure. Inspired to spend more money. So let's, Joao, the worst part, Graham, is I still have to deal with Joao on one more stream later today too. So it's like, normally you could just be done with him, but one more with a bunch of, what other animals are going to jump out of a cage in his house before the stream.
But the next stream is wild. This one is a very
Subdued.
very normal, very calm stream.
There you go. That's what we go for here. We need some laid back music. TX Boy is saying, glad I'm not a big Batman fan. These displays look killer. Yeah, making you want to spend a lot of money. That's for sure. I will say we almost have 50 people here in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, you're going to subscribe to all of our friends, to Jedi Knights Watch, to Big Bretta, and we will talk about their channels at the end here. So appreciate everyone being here.
At the end, when everyone leaving.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone drops off now. Jose is saying these are the pictures I was showing my girlfriend as to why I need it. She told me to get the kids' $20 one instead. Yay, there you go. She's on to something. Look at Calvin. He's just always coming from every.
That's where you made the mistake. Don't ask for permission. You ask for forgiveness.
Right.
Just do it and be like, oh, my bad. Look, I'll figure it out later. My bad. I'm sorry.
That
Won at a
always works
raffle.
for me, Calvin. Always. Won it in a
Like,
raffle.
no,
They
you
gave it
got
to
you
me.
got you got Gigi, you got taxes and shit. I can live with that.
Man. Punitive, man.
I've always had that.
Always.
You've always had that Batwing? Yeah, for years.
That's right. Yeah, it's been in the corner this entire time.
Man,
Come on.
I ordered that years ago. You want to see the receipt?
That's
Come on
right.
now. That shit was
Honey, if
ordered
you
ago.
come
It
down here a
it
little
just
bit
showed
more
up.
often.
That's right. Blackbird Tech is saying for the Batwing, I got the waitlist conversion earlier than expected, but I passed.
Awesome.
Got too many things that I'm paying off at the moment. Yeah, I think it's a tough calculus. Do you want one really big thing or a bunch of smaller things? I will say on Gigi's point, she actually loves the Batwing. She was like, I would rather you get that than all of these one-off figures. Expend your money on something really big and impressive. So.
So you're telling me I got a Gigi approval?
You got the Gigi approval, Calvin. She's looking forward to seeing it in the collection. So let's see. And then Christian Detour Collections is asking what the stream is later, and Payton 23 LWO. That's right. So we'll be hosting LWO on my channel. I know Calvin hopefully will be there. Graham,
be
you're always
there.
invited. I know it's tough to make it on Friday nights, but you are always invited. So
What
was
time is that
Joel?
one at again? Is that like
I love
10:30
that
Eastern?
cap.
10:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Let me get back to you.
All right.
I'll
Sounds
say if
good.
Joel can make it at like a midnight or 3 o'clock in the morning, you should be good.
What were you saying, Joao?
I said I love Calvin cap.
Oh yeah, we were seeing the guns. I know it was extra impressive. I was feeling some type of way. So Christian Detour Collection is saying, "Oh crap, let me sleep, Joao." And Blackbird Tech is saying, "Great panel, by the way." Meant to say that earlier. Really appreciate that. Let's see. So let's move on to the next category here. So Graham, because you are it's first time on the channel, we're gonna give you another go at this. So
Oh, jeez. Come
yeah,
on, man.
exactly. Wait, did you
Glad
just
I'm
pick
getting this-
again? Oh wait, no,
I
hold on.
did.
Sorry, you just went.
Okay, I thought you guys
We're
were
going to
really
Joao.
raking me across the coals
Sorry.
here.
Yeah. we won't throw too much at you here. So to Joao now. So the remaining categories are reasons, and I'm a what. So your pick.
I'm a what?
I'm a what? Okay, I think you know this. You're a wizard. So you should wait for the other versions of Harry Potter. So this being from the Sorcerer's Stone, and we're talking about the InArt here specifically. You should just wait for an older, more grown-up version, maybe from Goblet of Fire or any of the other films. What do you think, Joao?
First, maybe for you is the Sorcerer's Stone. For me is the Philosopher's Stone.
There you go. And for InArt as well.
Okay. I don't know why in Europe they use Philosopher's Stone also. They didn't use the Sorcerer's Stone. But that's a talk for other time. You should definitely wait because they will do the progression of Harry through the movies, and they are starting with the first one. Although they got him with the wrong eyes color, but I think maybe that's just something they will change along the way. But for sure, if you are into Harry Potter, you will have them all. Totally, there are 8 movies, right? If I'm
I
not
believe
mistaken.
8 films, yeah.
8
so.
movies, so probably we'll get, I would say 3, 4 more Harry Potters from InArt. And I don't know, I'm very conflicted about this. I really want, and I was thinking maybe because my son loves Harry Potter. You read the books, you saw the movies, and I said maybe I get it and put in because my son, I showed you before, my son have a little display with some, now already have 4 hot toys. And yeah, maybe I'm thinking about that, but depends on the
He
price.
already has
I
4
think-
hot toys. He's already got as many
Yeah.
as Zach. That's pretty intense. Shout out
Oh
to
my
the
God,
Oxfathers.
shots fired. No, I mean, but my fear is the price. I think they are going to price these maybe 400, 500, maybe more.
Yeah, that's
I
tough
think
to
so.
sell for a smaller figure too.
I think so. Oh yeah. This is a very short figure, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a little guy
Yes,
for
this is
sure.
a very short.
Yeah.
This, if the price is not high, I can see people buying doubles of these to do some younglings for Anakin.
Oh my gosh. That's the display we really need.
What brings his mind to that point? Who knows?
We're dealing with a very sick individual here, Grams. Bob Dylan is saying the lexicon of sorcery is considered taboo in some regions. The Philosopher's Stone is a callback to the infamous alchemist that the story was based on. Okay, thank you for that clarification,
Thank
Bob
you,
Dylan.
ChatGPT.
Amazing. Bob Dylan was AI this whole time. Toybox is asking, did they say they had licenses for the other movies? I don't think they've gotten that far yet. Do either of you recall if they've mentioned in any other films?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't.
I think they just said in general they were doing like Game of Thrones, Harry Potter. So I'm not sure.
You would assume they're really strong track record with those Warner Brother properties. They have access to them, but they're smart to start here because they get you buying this and then they get you buying other ones. Christian Detours.
Don't forget
go ahead, Joe.
that this is a China-based license again. This is not global.
That's a good point. So that means that we're going to be paying a good premium to get them over here for sure.
They know
I would
this
say
will sell.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Just
Christian
wait for
Detours,
people to sell them on the BST. You'll be all right.
We are always
gosh.
interrupting Marco.
it's all good. it's your guys' show. I'm just facilitating here. So Christian Detour Collections is saying that's Howie Potter. Very accurate. That's amazing. Yomo's asking, is the owl rooted? Yeah, sure looks like it. But so Graham, is this one that you're considering at all? Are you a big Harry Potter fan?
No. Heck no. No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I'm more of a Game of Thrones fan, Lord of the Rings. Never got into Harry Potter. Just wasn't my cup of tea. So I'm kind of happy that this is one that I'm not going to have to worry about getting from InArt because I know they are coming out with the Game of Thrones figures. So that is going to be a little bit scary for me because it's going to be very tempting. But this one looks okay. I mean, but yeah, that's what gets me on with InArt is just the price point. Like, you can't realistically ask that much for a figure like this. I mean, but that's the thing. You know, the owl looks super realistic. You know, if this was Hot Toys, it would be sculpted, and we'd be like, "What the hell is this?" Like, you know, with Einstein or even Cosmo or, you know, somewhat like the cat from Ripley. You know, we get those, and you can tell they're kind of an accessory. But this looks like the owl itself looks like the real deal. So, like, I get it, but it's just the price point is just tough for me to overcome. Plus,
and on that, sorry, really quickly on the price. So you
interrupting me.
You was asking what the price is. So they're going to announce the full release on the 23rd. So we will have more information. But right now, this is all we have is this tease. So
what would you guys realistically pay for something like this? Not, I mean, we haven't seen like all of the accessories or anything, but like in general,
$350 for rooted hair. It's the maximum, I think.
And I would say it's probably going to cost at least $400 to $450 to get it over here. So I think that's a little bit more than I'd want to spend on a rooted hair version. If they did a sculpted one around the, $300 to $350 mark, I'd consider it, and that'd be shipped. But yeah, I think that's about my max for a very tiny figure, you'd assume, unless he comes with a bunch of different outfits like Quidditch and other really cool accessories. But how about you, Graham? What would be the max? Well, you're not into the property, so.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like, let's just say Daenerys from Game of Thrones, because I know that's going to be one that's coming. I mean, once you see it, then it's like you might be willing to pay more. But again, she's a female character, so she's going to be a little bit smaller as well. She's a short person, depending on what she comes with. But $350 it's just tough for me to spend more than that on a figure, but yeah.
Bob Dylan is saying, "How can you complain about the price before it's listed?" That's amazing.
I'll complain.
But yeah, I think we can pre-complain for sure. Commander Green, Marco, appreciate that, Commander Green.
It's actually Joao's fault because he was the one that gave me a price point.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I think we can speculate. I think that's fair game considering they've got a few things here. So TX Boy is saying, I'd say $550. They got to pay the licensing tax. I think that they're going to come in pretty competitive. I would assume based on what we've seen before. But we got Ben Thomas in the house.
I don't mind like a $50 like increase from Hot Toys, because while they do still have some things to work on with their figures, obviously that Joker wasn't perfect. You can see the head sculpt was amazing. I don't think the die cast accessories were a must, but like some of the detail that they've gone into, like I get it, the extra detail is kind of what we're paying that extra for, or the rooted hair. But if they could keep it somewhat reasonable, it's just tough for me to swallow paying that much for a figure in general.
A tough nut to swallow, as Ben Thomas would say.
You
And
know
shout
one
out to
thing.
Ben.
You know one thing. Talking about the Joker. Today, I was here walking in the room.
Did he fall over?
Looking at, no, I was looking at the Joker and I said, "What? There's something different with him." But I through the day I never cared more, and just now before we started the stream, then I came back to the room and I opened the display lights. I said, "Oh, he's bending," because he was bending a bit forward.
Oh boy,
you know?
Really?
And I said, but he was in such a good position without. And I said, "Is the ankles? No, the ankles are still strong. It's the feet. I think the feet moved a little out of the magnets. I don't know or what, because I never touched the Joker since December. It's been maybe December 6th, half year almost, and only today I noticed that he moved a bit. But in 3 seconds I put him right on the place there.
maybe they come alive when you're not there.
Yeah, but that's the reason why my daughter doesn't stay in this room alone, because she's afraid that one of the figures will come out and go after her.
Aw.
Graham, you're giving him ideas though, because his next excuse is going to be one of the figures, came to life and jumped out of the displays. Oh boy! So Andre is saying it's a tough nut to swallow, especially if you're buying the threesome. Yeah, Ben Thomas with the tough nut. Bob Dylan is saying all it takes is a little push. That's incredible.
No doubt.
There you go. Joker J saying the fulcrum point. That's awesome. What did you do? Amazing. And Pablo Mesa wants to ask, how is the jail cell holding up? I know you had issues with the bending in the back, but all good since you fixed it?
This is I need to explain. It's not bending. There's no any bending. It's just it goes backwards because it's applied too much strong on the wood, right? But apparently it was only mine, because I don't know anyone with this issue. So sometimes you pay the price for being the first one to receive a figure.
Yeah, 6 months before everyone else.
You got to wonder.
You have to wonder. You really do. That's amazing. No, glad that the issue has been resolved. So Calvin, are you getting any of these Harry Potter figures at all?
No, not my wheelhouse. I'll pass.
Not in your wheelhouse.
Harry.
Okay. But you like the films?
I saw like the first 2 or 3 during high school and college. I think I was working at the theaters, so I saw those, and I still need to see the latest ones.
Oh,
so
Calvin, you got to go back. That's when it just starts getting good. All right, we need a movie night. We need to have a conversation on the channel once you get to the rest of them.
Sounds good.
All right, so a pass for you. Okay, got it. So let's move on from this. By the way, almost 50 people. Wow, I thought you already said. Anyways, go for it. Are you getting this? You're getting the full line, right?
No. If they do Hermione and Ron, I would get the 3. Imagine if they really price this at 250. I think it's okay. 250, 280.
With the rooted, you're saying?
The rooted, no, because I don't think I need the rooted Harry Potter. I think with Harry Potter I would go well with the sculpted, most probably. If the price is not very high for the rooted, I can consider. Joker J saying is weird collecting kids. You are not wrong, but sometimes I also think we are 40-year-olds or something like that, and we are still collecting action figures. Is also a bit weird.
Yeah, where do you draw the line there? You're right.
The line is already, we already passed that line.
I think so.
But no, I think the all looks amazing. It's like I would be afraid to look at his all, because he would be eating my soul.
Yeah.
That eyes.
In Portuguese culture, are owls like pretty mysterious as well? Because I know like in Mexican culture, they're like play a big part in magic realism, and there's like all these stories.
Mexico has to do with Portugal. Mexico is in South America. Portugal is in Europe.
Portuguese, the Spanish brought over their culture, colonized the indigenous. It's a very similar culture, I would say, many years removed, but that's why I'm
No,
asking you.
we don't have anything with alls. I don't think we even have them. Or
Not even
maybe
any owls in Portugal. Okay, let's spend 30 more minutes talking
maybe
about that.
we have some, but they are hiding.
Oh god, amazing. Let's see. Christian Detour is saying, I want a little Anakin, so he would be in for the little Anakin. And with the pod racer would be incredible. Let's see. Tremble Dust. They don't give a hot shit at culture, possibly. Okay. Bob Dylan, at 2 a.m. I was watching a Fison body swap tutorial by Denobi. That will make you question your life choices. You just go down these rabbit holes.
2 a.m. is Pornhub time.
There you go. You go down these rabbit holes in collecting, and it's you're like, how did I get here? But I'd have it no other way. Tremble Dust is saying, I would like a Namor. No doubt. Come on, they got to give it to us. So amazing though, Bob Dylan. All right, so everyone is pretty mixed. I guess we're going to see on the 23rd what the final price is, what the different SKUs that are going to be available. So yeah, I'm intrigued, but I think that I will be waiting for an older version of Harry, because I'd want the Voldemort, obviously, right? And so I think it would be cool to pair him with an older version. So we shall see how deep in the line they go. All right, so final question here, and I'm going to take this one. So this is, let's see, Reasons. And Reasons being the Earth, Wind, and Fire song, no spoilers, that plays. Even if you have another Star-Lord, you still got to pick up this Volume 3 Star-Lord. So this is one that I was very on the fence about. I saw it pop up, and I said, let me wait to see what the price is going to be. And when the price was $260, I was like, okay, this is actually better than I expected, considering how expensive the rocket was. And I was like, do I still need another Star-Lord? I've already got the Infinity War. I got him for under $200. I think that's going to suffice. But, son of a bitch, the more that I sat there and thought about this one, the more that I thought, I should just pick this up, and then I can throw the masked sculpt on the Infinity War version, have this one pair him with Rocket. I'm going to want the Gamora when she drops. And so I was like, I just went ahead and pre-ordered it. So Graham, how about you? I know you're big on Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you have a pre-order in already?
No, I'm not going to be pre-ordering it, but it's definitely going to be one that comes home here. I agree. Like for me, I have the Infinity War and I have the mask on, and I can either, it's a totally different character in some sense. Like you have a different outfit here. You got a totally updated head sculpt, but you can display the Infinity War, the Guardians with the mask on. So it's pretty much a totally different figure. You can put him with the Avengers. You can do all sorts of things. So this one could go with the new lineup. I think there's just a lot of different stuff you can do. I do think this one is worth a pickup. I think it's the best likeness to Chris Pratt that we've gotten since. Oh, there's Nebula. Can't wait. And I know some people are underwhelmed, but I think the head sculpt was just knocked out of the park. He doesn't come with a ton of stuff, but I'm fine with that if it keeps the price point down. I don't need a bunch of accessories that I'm not going to use and pay $30-$40 more. I'm fine, pocketing some of that money. So I think it's a great looking figure. If you're a Guardians fan, why wouldn't you want to get the whole crew for the final, movie? So if possible, I want to keep all of my old Guardians and then, move these guys either next to them or in a different shelf.
So you're going in for the full line.
That's the plan. I hope they don't all drop around the same time, but obviously you want them to kind of come at the same time too. So it's like,
there you go.
But maybe a month after another would be nice. So
that'd be nice.
Just
but Hot Toys never respects us like that for sure. That's They're true. Either all going to come at once, or most of them are going to come, and then there's going to be a 2-year delay on the last ones.
Right.
Jose is saying, my girlfriend said he looked too tan, like if he was Latino. A little bit actually, but I don't know. I feel like the head sculpt's pretty perfect.
He's already tanned in the movie.
In the film, yeah. So Joao, how deep into this the Guardians of the Galaxy line are you going?
No, I already decided I'm going to do the whole line because it's few figures. It's not many. I pre-ordered Groot. I pre-ordered Rocket and Cosmo. I didn't pre-order these yet. I need to send a message to pre-order these. But I like the head sculpt really. I don't have any problem with this head sculpt. I have the Infinity War one, and I actually have it in the box with and Rocket the end game. I don't have them displayed. Not to 200, not to 2500 is impossible.
Well, he's saying Canadian dollars though, so
Okay.
yeah.
I would guess for this line maximum you would spend $1,600, $1,500. You can have them all.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely not cheap.
But I'm with Graham. I'm pre-ordering this stuff, and I know I will regret because I know this will sit.
That's
I
the really
don't
tough
go-
part right now, right, Joao?
don't
So
go
you're
with
seeing
that.
stuff over there.
I don't go with that thing, the wait list, the low stock, the sideshow, I'm so tired of that now. Everyone's talking about that clone pilot is sold out or waitlist full, right? The clone pilot. How many do you want? Every store here is full of them, and they are going down on price.
You know what's funny? It's almost like we're gonna end up in like this cycle because if
This is a
in
never-ending
fact
cycle.
Sideshow, yeah, so if in fact Sideshow didn't order enough stock of these figures upcoming, and then there's a lot more stock overseas, right, in the Asian market in Hong Kong, then that stuff's gonna end up being sold back over here at a cheaper price, you would assume, and then we're back to square one.
You need to understand one thing. At Hot Toys as a manufacturer, they need to meet some demand when they are manufacturing a figure. Unless it's a limited edition, they already know that they need to absorb the cost. But for these kind of figures, they cannot play around. They need to meet the demand for absorb the cost with the tooling, with everything. If Sideshow buys less, is Sideshow problem. Hot Toys still need to make more figures, and then what will happen is Sideshow is sold out, everyone goes crazy, and then stores like Toys Wonderland will hold stock for a few months, and then they will be full of those figures, and then put the figures to sell at a higher price. That's
you
what
think
will
it-
happen. This is a
you think a
never-ending
higher price?
cycle. This is a never-ending cycle. I tell you, the clone pilots today, I saw a store, physical store that have more than 200 in stock.
Wow.
That's
Store
crazy.
have more than 200. So that's why I never go into that talking of the sideshow. You have trillions more options than Sideshow to buy Hot Toys. So the gauging meter of Sideshow for me doesn't make sense.
I'm still on my pattern though. If it's a figure that I think that I'm ultimately gonna get for sure that I don't want to miss out on, I'm still putting in my pre-order if I can get it for no shipping,
But
no
you
sales
pre-order on
tax.
Sideshow always?
No, not on Sideshow, on another seller. So yeah, so I can lock in a
You don't
cheaper
need to
price.
mention the name. I'm
No,
just
I don't.
saying
I
that
don't mention it.
Sideshow makes perfect sense if you really need to use payment plans.
Right.
Really makes sense. Okay, helps a lot if you need to go with payment plans. I believe that for many people it's the best way, right? But it's not the end of the world if Sideshow doesn't have stock. It's not the
No.
end of the world.
Yeah, really appreciate that perspective because yeah, we've all been kind of talking about like you need to pre-order if you really want it, and there could be, we're gonna find out here as the months unfold that there could be a different story. So we know Graham's got to wrap up here pretty soon, and I think we all have to get back to life. So Calvin, can you let us know how deep into this line you're gonna go?
I'm waiting on this one. Outside of a direct, that's the only figure I 100% know I want. As far as the full team, I'm just playing the waiting game. So I've got, damn near the whole Infinity War and Endgame setup, Civil War team, No Way Home is coming in. So this is one team I'm going to sit back and just wait on this one.
I think you can't really go wrong with that strategy, honestly. If you've
It'll be
already
around.
got representation, yeah, it feels like they're going to be around. I went ahead again and pre-ordered because the price is pretty good. If I can lock it in without shipping, without sales tax, I feel good about paying that. But if he ends up being $180, I'm going to feel like a fool again. And then again, we're just caught in this endless cycle. So you're always trying to predict the market, and you never really can. So Joker J is asking, Big Bretta, how'd you end up in China? I don't think he's allowed to discuss that. I think folks may be knocking on his door if he.
You will not want to know. Really.
That's right.
There's kidnapping. There's kidnapping involved.
Oh,
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of bad story.
amazing.
No, one time I found out that the Chinese like the red wine, so I said, why not? Let's go to China. So, let's go.
Now it flows.
The wine flows.
That's how.
Yeah,
The
I can't
wine
wait
flows.
till I can finally get to China to meet this dude, man.
Back in 2005, my father told me, go to China, you just need to put every Chinese drinking a cup of wine, a red wine per day. That's enough for you. You will have a good life if you can do that.
So many people over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 1.4 billion. So
Wow. That's how you diversify. Here, I thought you were just, trying to get it rich on third-party figures, but no, you're very diversified. So.
Jesus, always putting me that branding on me.
Oh man, I enjoyed that comment that I sent you the other
that
day on
comment
Facebook.
was amazing.
So TX Boy is saying, yeah, but even with local comic stores and other retailers in the U.S., they still overcharge once an item is considered chase. At least that's how it is in the U.S. Yeah, it's really hard to predict how things are going to unfold, but I think Joao is, giving us a lot of insight into things sitting over there. So it seems like there will be other options, but you're right. You just don't know if they're going to be marked up because they're sold out on Sideshow and everyone uses that as a barometer.
Before we end the stream, then you just give me 3 minutes because I have a small list of stuff I was seeing the prices today here, and then I can share with you just for
that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. I think we're just about caught up here. So really quickly, Toy Box is asking, where can I find a Queen Studios 1/6 Catwoman? Anyone know?
No, he's
where
talking
you can
about the Catwoman in the Batpod.
the statue, right?
I went with Specs Fiction.
Yeah, but Spec Fiction, the Spec.
I don't know if they're out or not.
No, they are out. The wait list was full already.
Okay.
I'm waiting for mine too. I don't know what the hell is happening with that one. That's the problem with Queen Studios InArt, the batch shipments, because you never know if you will get first batch, second batch, third batch. The batches are always with 2 months. With I don't know what to say.
Amazing way to end that. So Pablo Mesa is asking, curious what Big Bretta has up next to review. You're saying the Anne Marie, right? Or Anna Marie?
No, I think before that I will review the Spawn, the 1/6 scale, the real 1/6 scale one, not that monstrous 1/4 scale before.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that could be really incredible, honestly. So yeah, that definitely will be watching that closely. And then can't wait to comment, hey, fucker. Mark Atkins, what up, fellow collectors? Hey, Mark, thank you for joining. Joker J, my buddy's girlfriend is Brazilian and speaks Portuguese and somehow ended up in Colorado. That is globalization right there. Wow. There's a lot of folks everywhere. Peyton23 saying, great stream today. Jose is saying, Spec is sold out. Son of a gun. And so let's see. So Graham, I know you've got to jump, so I'm going to have you plug what's coming up on your channel. Really appreciate you joining today. Hopefully you had a good time.
No, I always have a good time hanging out with you guys. Calvin, nice to finally meet you.
Likewise,
Joao,
man.
wish I could say it was a pleasure, but
it's fine.
No, it's always good. Thank you so much for the invite. Hopefully we can do this again. Shoot me that link for tonight and I'll see if I can hop on.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, recently just did kind of a cinematic collection tour, couple of figure previews, and then did a review on the Scissorhands figure from Art Figures. And got scissors on the brain. But
that's right.
Yeah, so stop by the channel. Also doing a new stream on Wednesdays called Wolfpack Wednesdays. Just a bunch of friends and I get together, talk figures, have special guests, fresh topics, play Hot Toys Versus games. So love to see you guys all there as well, or catch it on the replay and comment and say hi. But that's about it.
Well,
TGIF.
awesome. Yeah, looking forward to being on the Wolfpack Wednesdays, and appreciate you being on here today. And yeah, hopefully you can make it on LWO tonight. So
Yeah.
So Joao,
if you can make it, it will be awesome.
yeah, that'd be awesome. So
What
we
do you
can
want?
we can kind of overpower Joao and speak over him. Joao, so you mentioned one of the reviews you have coming up. Anything else on your channel that we should check out beyond the Patrick Bateman Iconic Studios review?
No, there's nothing more.
Okay.
But
And
what are
Joao
you
will
doing?
be.
You are closing the stream?
I think so. No, sorry. We're gonna just do this rigmarole, and then we're gonna have you go through that list that you mentioned. But just want to make sure I get Graham
I'm
out
gonna
of
cut
here.
out, guys.
All right, Graham. Appreciate you, brother.
See you guys.
Later, man.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You too, Calvin.
So Joao, how about you tell us what you have on that list? But really quickly, want to address this from Haas Hometown Hero, $2 super chat. Move over, Churro. The Zune is here. Love that. Actually, that was a big factor in me getting that figure. He doesn't come with a lot of stuff, but the Zune was just enough to push me over the edge. That and the head sculpt. And so Shiny is saying Calvin is ahead of the game, having a collection. He can drive around a literal collection tour. That is amazing. So, and Ben is saying you
It
guys
also
rock.
pays the bills.
There you go. Making money well. Amazing. So Joao, yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Can you just pull up the there here some we need to I need to clarify here one thing.
Of course.
There's here a comment from Ryan talking
Let's see.
about all Brazilians spoke Portuguese. It's the national language. And then Joker J is saying, yeah, but João claims Portuguese, but it's different from her. Because the Brazilian Portuguese and the Portuguese from Portugal, the accent is different. The Brazilian cannot understand us speaking Portuguese because we speak too fast, like we eat the words, right? The Brazilian Portuguese is more slow. It's different. It's not the same. They are different. They are different Portuguese. So we say it's the Portuguese from Brazil and Portuguese from Portugal.
It's
different,
like
different.
And
use
I
same
hardly
words,
speak
different
Spanish,
accent.
but like the
I
Colombian
speak some
Spanish is
Spanish.
so hard to get a hold of because they speak very fast as well compared
And
to the Mexican
Argentina
Spanish.
Spanish is also a bit difficult to understand. But yeah, you want me to go through the list?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, this is awesome insight. So bargain bin bro special right here.
You can talk other stuff because I still need to check this and make
No
and make
no
the-
worries at
the-
all. Let me see. I think that there was one other thing that I wanted to chat about on the list here that we didn't get to. KX Enforcer Droid, and I think that'll be a good segue into this list because I know that's one that you're keeping an eye on. So I will just say this is one that I'm extremely excited about. I missed out on K2SO, and so I think this is good enough representation of that type of droid in the collection. I'm hoping to add a Jin here soon, and then Andor if they ever give us one. Calvin, you getting this KX Enforcer Droid at all?
I'm late to the party, and so I went hunting for one the other day. Didn't realize the damn wait list was not only, it had already hit wait list, but was full. I was like, what the hell? So reached out to some of my secondary options, and I'm on a wait list with one of my retailers to see if they can get some more allocation.
Okay, got it. And so I think there might be good news. Again, we don't know how the market's going to unfold, but Joao has been tracking this along with other figures, and it seems like this boy might be out there just sitting around potentially. So
I think I saw him. Did he mention that in the chat the other day? He said that it was below what retail was here.
Yeah, he said that the price
So I
was dropping
remember
already.
seeing
So
Okay.
yeah, it was kind of not shocking to me, but it was antithetical to what I believed, and so love to be proven wrong with kind of these theories that we put out there because again, we're all speculating, we're all trying to time the market. I think very few have any insider information into exactly what Hot Toys is doing or how that computes with what Sideshow is doing. So let's see. Christian Detour Collections is saying, I made some bad decisions with this guy. Oh, so like you got too many of them? I'd be really curious to know because I'm hearing a lot of folks getting multiple, which would be badass, but I think just the one was going to be good enough for me. Joker J was saying, thank you for explaining, Joao. I think that's the differences in Portuguese. TX Boy saying, can't wait to get this guy. Went from no droids to a droid army overnight. It could really happen that way. I'm assuming you got the R2 as well. Shiny was talking about the Ben Thomas Show standard response to Star Ace products. Oh, man. So the Stallone. Okay, so as Joao is looking that up as well, You're not ready for us yet, Joao, yeah?
2 minutes.
Okay, so let's talk about one more thing here because I intended to include him on the list, but we'll talk about him a bit more on LWO tonight. But Calvin, what'd they do to our boy here?
Oh Jesus.
Hold on 1 second. I can't look. Hold on.
No, you're fine. This is the Star Ace Rocky. You may have talked about it on Lael's show this week already. He looks pretty horrific. And let's see, Agent
hell is
Silver
that?
Fox is. Yeah, someone said it looks like Roseanne. Honestly. Agent Silver Fox is saying, Marco, shout out to my boy Calvin. He's wearing the wrong hat. Hashtag Miami Heat. Are you wearing a Heat hat? Oh no, you're wearing a Lakers hat. Obviously.
Who said this?
This is Agent Silver Fox.
Wow. Fucking Ian.
Wow.
Should have known.
He said
He's
Heat
salty.
LeBron is
He's
the
salty
best
from
LeBron.
He's salty from 2020. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my, amazing. So
He's
Calvin,
mad because I told him that Riley was a Laker at heart.
that's amazing. So everyone is asking, what the hell is this even? This Rocky. So you're a big fan of Rocky, right? So Calvin and I saw Creed 3 in theaters together. We had a nice little mandate. It was a highlight of my last Disney trip. But so would you consider?
See, this is me and Eddie be on the same page. You always got word things. There was
There
no
was
mandate.
nothing.
I went
there
to the
was
movies.
nothing
My man was with
questionable.
me. We went to the movies. There was no mandate.
We didn't hold full hands. It was just pinkies only. May
My
have
wife
fed
was
him
sick.
popcorn.
That's the only reason she didn't show up.
Oh man! But so Calvin, so you're obviously like a big fan of the franchise. If there was ever a good Rocky, would you consider getting one?
I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily need a Rocky representation. You know, I'd more so, you know, I got to hold it down for the brothers. I'd be more Creed representation, to be honest, if I was going to go there, or Clipper Lane, you know, something like that. But I am getting the iconic Ali. You know, definitely got to get that in. So that's already ordered.
That's
I'm
a
waiting for that
must.
to come in. But if you're going to do Rocky, do my man right. Come on now. Who is this? It looks like he never won a fight. He looked like he just got bashed in the face.
Which is kind of how he looks already, but my God, this is just
Yeah, but this looks like he never won a match.
it's just no good. It's just no good. Joao, any thoughts on Star Race beyond what we've all said? What the hell?
But since you are there, let me share something with you, because I want you to share this photo with everyone, since we are in that line.
Perfect. And really quickly, let me get to the super chat. We got Haas Hometown Hero with another $2 bomb. That's Briss, baby. Hey, appreciate you. That's amazing. Yeah, it looks just like the Briss commercial. Not good. All right, so Joao is going to be sharing a picture here.
I'm sharing to you now already.
Yeah, so I don't know that I would ever need a Rocky. I'm for sure getting that Muhammad Ali. And you know, I've been on about them doing more sports figures, just any 1/6 in general, sports figures.
100%.
But a Creed, like we need a company to do a proper, both Apollo Creed, but then also Michael B. Jordan. I think because Star Ace is just not hitting the mark with this and the Creed that they did. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. So Andre say, I see what they were going for, but they went another way. Yeah, they did not hit the mark.
Now.
Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing it just yet.
Instagram.
On Instagram. Okay. Give me 1 second here. So, FBJ is saying, how is Star Ace getting approved for these properties? How much is this? Joao, do you recall how much this was?
No, I don't have any idea. I even didn't check the price for these. These atrocities. I don't want to
It's
say.
disturbing to say the least. So, let's see. Still haven't received it from you, Joao. I still didn't receive what you sent me. Yomo is saying, this ain't it, Chief. It's rough. It is rough. So Shiny is saying, he looks like one of those paintings restored by an old lady that went wrong. He does have a very feminine look to him. That's like, I think that's a striking thing. I don't recall who it was that said he looks like Roseanne, but like,
You got it now?
let's see. Let me check now. Oh yeah, I got it now. Okay. Let's see.
You guys remember those pictures that when you look at it one way, you see an old lady, and we flip it upside down, you see the pretty lady? That's what this looks like to me.
Oh my God. It's just there's not a lot of good ways to slice this. This is just rough as hell. All right, so let's see. This is what Bretta shared with me. Boom. Let me pull this up. All right. Bang. Okay, so this is so who did this one? This is the Hot Toys?
These Hot Toys.
Wow.
Hot Toys
I did not
MMS19
I did not even realize that Hot Toys had done a Rocky before. Incredible.
back in 2007.
2007. Okay, so MMS 19. All right, so one of their first
MMS
figures.
19.
Um,
This looks horrible, but okay, this is already 15 years ago.
So now I know where the Oscar Isaac figure went. It's right here. He looks he looks like Oscar Isaac from Moon Knight for sure. Wow. So this is Star Ace actually looks pretty good in comparison, honestly.
Yeah, but the way that Hot Toys, the evolution of the company, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
So
Okay,
you're saying
so
we've
for-
got hope for Star Ace then?
No hope. There's no hope for them. Okay, for the list, and this
Yeah,
is
let's see.
okay. I just tell you this list is just the prices over here on the local market, and it's just for you to have an idea. And please do not don't message me because I will not help anyone to buy anything.
It's a good
done.
disclaimer.
The Hunter from the Bad Batch is at 155.
Wow.
The Artillery Stormtrooper from a Mandalorian Reality Talk, that one is $85. The oh Jesus, the Battle Droid, the KJ, the Battle Droid is at 170. The Wenwu is at 175. Miles Morales, the Miles from the movie, 128.
128. Holy cow. Okay.
Yes. Then you got here, for example, the Captain Marvel from Endgame, 100. And then you got the Battle Droid is at 210, and the Clone Pilot 190.
So that's pretty intense, the 190 for the Clone Pilot, because we just all assumed it's sold out on Sideshow. The aftermarket price is well, not even aftermarket. The retail price is going to skyrocket, but that stock is just sitting around over there.
Yeah, their stock is just sitting around. So now you can imagine that what will happen. These the stores in Hong Kong will get a hold of a lot of stock, and then they will profit a lot with these figures.
Absolutely.
That's what
So,
will happen.
so you still think that they're going to sell them for a markup though, because the market here is hungry.
I think so. I think I don't know if Sideshow is really playing a very cautious game, right? But in the end may hurt them. In the end may hurt them. Just probably will push people everywhere again to Hong Kong.
And we're seeing that, they're scaling back on all fronts. Obviously, they're not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. We don't have to debate the merits of that, but it seems like they are, pinching pennies a bit. That's kind of the message that they're sending us, that they're going to be very, very conservative. And perhaps, things are tight. I mean, not perhaps, things are tight across a lot of sectors. So Bob Dylan is saying, I can see Marco's mentality becoming a communist for the sake of bargain figures. Could be worth it, honestly. Sign me up. Hey, Gigi, let's move to Shanghai. The more that our democracy erodes here, the better other options really look. So let's see. Christian Detour Collections is saying 210 for a battle droid, not too bad. Yeah, so really, really interested to see how this unfolds. This will obviously be something that we'll be tracking here on Bargain Bin Bros. Of course, this is all fun conversation. We're just providing it, additional data for conversation. And so if you want
the data, we just give the data. Now, what do you do with that? It's up to you.
There you go. Exactly. There you go. We just all need more data to make our decisions, unless it's paralysis by analysis. Joao's favorite saying of mine. He's like, next time you say that, I'm going to block you. So, with that, no, really appreciate you sharing that. So definitely DM Joao if you want any of those prices. I think he said, at least $10 underneath. Use promo code fish jumping out of tank. Let's see. Christian Detour Collection is saying them pulling out from con was a big surprise. Yeah, it was a little bit shocking. So Andre is asking something I don't understand with Hong Kong. Real estate is at a premium, so no matter how cheap the figures are, who can afford the space to fit them?
Because people that collect in Hong Kong, it's people that have money. They don't live in very small spaces. They live in good places, so it's different. When you talk about like, oh, it's a very small places. For example, all the collectors you see from Hong Kong, normally they always have a good display room. It's not the reality for the common people over there.
That's really good insight. No, appreciate you elaborating on this. And so Bob Dylan is saying
Well,
Bretta's
it's not a bad
Wonderland.
idea. I may open brettaswonderland.com.
That's right. Honestly, the problem is he will throw the figure across the room before he ships it out. But normally. Oh my God, Christian Detour Collection, Bretta's Wonderland, LMAO. Why does that sound so damn wrong?
Because it's wrong.
That's right. Free bottle of wine with every purchase. With that, thank you both for being here. This was an awesome time. Just hit the 2-hour mark. So we will both be on LWO. Well, hopefully all three of us on LWO on my channel tonight. So that'll be 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern time. Should be a wacky, time per usual. So Shiny is saying, maybe one reason the figures are cheaper over there is because less people have room for them, so they have to be super picky. I think Joao, kind of countered that point, but I just think, yeah, to your point, Hot Toys is still producing a fair
people
amount.
that live in very, very confined places. Unfortunately, it's people that cannot even think on collecting Hot Toys because it's a difficult life. It's a life that it's a day-to-day life. So it's a different world. It's different, completely different.
Absolutely.
It's hard to explain.
Absolutely. Well, no, thank you both for being here today. Thank you everyone in the chat. Subscribe to Big Bretta. Go watch his review on Patrick Bateman on Iconic Studios. Look out for the other. There you go. Please leave a comment. Hey fucker, where's my figure? That's amazing. And so yeah, and then also subscribe to Jedi Knights Watch. Appreciate Graham being on here for the first time. I think he got a hold of the game pretty quickly. So anything else either of you want to plug?
No, I'll see you guys tonight.
Heck yeah, we will see you all tonight. Really appreciate everyone for being in here.
For me, it's morning.
That's right. It'll be lunchtime for you, right?
Let me tell you my schedule. Now
Okay,
it's
let's
2
hear.
a.m. Now it's 2 a.m. I will wake up at 6, eat breakfast, and go fishing with my neighbor. To back at 9, take a shower, go to the LWO. Finish LWO, I have a birthday lunch. After the birthday lunch, I go to send my daughter to the swimming lesson. And after sending my daughter to the swimming lesson, I back home. I wait my son to finish the homework. I send my son to the, I don't know what class he have. Then I go to pick my daughter, and then I wait for my son, and then I go to get groceries because I have guests. We have guests tomorrow night, so it's a full Saturday.
Gosh. You're an absolute champion for making it on 2 streams. Really, really appreciate that. So, let's see. Bob Dylan is saying that the Rocky backdrop is cringe. Yeah, I had to pick the most unappealing photo I could find out there. Joker J, later peeps. Payden23, take care, everyone. Really appreciate you all again, and we will catch you all tonight. Have a good one.
You are now watching the Bargain Bin Bros. You're goddamn right.